Why, hello there, guys, and welcome back to Getting to Know Phuket one beer at a time with me, your crazy, kooky host. Yes, it is Thailand's tipsiest tour guide, Dr. Mark Sabian, bringing you guys to what I think is one of the most authentic, real, local markets that there is here on the island. Listen, one of my favorite things to do is to hit the night markets. The problem that I have with most of the night markets, though, is that they're geared towards tourists. So the food tends to have a very bland, sweet flavor to it, where it's more, again, it's more geared towards a Western palate. Someone who doesn't enjoy, good old-fashioned, spicy Thai street food. But here in Katu, you are going to find what I think, again, is the most authentic night market on the entire island. It's right down in the heart of Katu, at the intersection. Everybody knows where this is at. And guys, it stretches all the way down the street and into this huge building where you're going to find all kinds of produce, fresh meats, fresh fish. It's just an incredible experience. And guys, they have this every single night of the week. It is so fantastic. I love coming here because you can find some of the most interesting foods. And let me walk you through this, show you it, and you're not going to have to look at my ugly face, but you're going to have to listen to my stupid voice as I narrate my walk through the Katu night market. And again, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Now, a lot of my local friends love to pick up these pre-packaged fish and bring them down to the beach whenever we're having a picnic. I've tried it, to be honest with you. I cannot get into the seafood at all. However, this market apparently has some of the best seafood, the best fish selection around. At least this is what I'm told by the locals. I will be honest with you, this section of the market, I'm not 100% fond of how it smells. And these dried fish, oh, yeah, no thank you. Again, one thing I find really kind of unsettling is the fact that there's absolutely zero refrigeration. I haven't died yet though, so I'm not going to complain too much. But again, the smell walking through here is a little powerful. Of course, you have your shrimps, your squids. I find the tentacles kind of weird. If you see these beans that are hanging here, these are actually really delicious. People just buy them like that, clean them, and eat them raw, which I find really interesting. They're not bad. They're actually pretty good with beer. Of course, then again, what doesn't go with beer? You can find some incredible chilies here, all kinds of different spices, ginger, ginseng, garlic, you name it, they have it in this market. It's also a place where a lot of people come to get their different oils, their different fish oils, oyster sauces, soy sauce. I always love these markets because there's just so many different things to see. Now, if you've ever had durian, bless you, you know how bad it tastes. I think it's one of the few things in the world that actually tastes worse than it smells, and it smells like death. Again, though, with all of the fresh produce here, I love the colors. I find it so vibrant. And as you can see, everything just looks so fresh and delicious. Now, I have learned how to select mangoes properly, so I'm no longer disappointed when I get mangoes. When I first tried, I couldn't pick a mango to save my life. These grapes, they look incredible. These small black finger grapes, those are definitely my favorite grapes in the world. Grapes here in Thailand are kind of expensive because they don't grow here. And then you've got, of course, all kinds of mangoes. Lots of different candied stuff that is done in these little tiny banana wraps. And then mangosteen. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite fruit in the world. I love mangosteen. I could eat this stuff all day. I did pick some up on my way home, especially at that price. 45 baht for 1 kg is insane. That's less than $1.50 for 2 pounds. These are all sugared, candied, very, very sweet. I'm not a big sweet person. However, these little grilled pastry rolls are just delicious. So let me take you outside and show you what's actually out on the street for foods. For some reason, and I'm not sure why, but the Thai people seem to love these donuts. I'm not a big fan of the donut because they're really doughy. They're not like a cake donut. And again, of course, anything on a stick, I will devour this stuff all day long. And this market, the prices again are crazy because it's all geared towards the locals. So that's 10 baht per stick, that's phenomenal. Of course, every one of these markets is full of different people selling candies, stuff like this. And these waffles are killer. They're so good. I'm sure they're going to give me a heart attack, but I really don't care. They're that good. And of course, roti. I love roti. Banana roti with the condensed milk like she's putting on it. One of my favorite things to have. This is my treat. This is what I find to be a sweet treat. Now, this is one of the few things that's actually geared towards the tourist are these ribs because they're a little bit more expensive. Now, one of my friends, she loves this salt encrusted fish. I have tried it, and I will be honest with you, it's not bad because the salt seems to draw out that really bad fishy flavor taste. So for me, I can actually eat this. Again, helps if I'm having a couple of beers. I would much rather have this, of course, anything chicken on a stick. Just, heaven. Absolute heaven. And these guys marinate theirs in something that just, the flavors are just popping. These guys that cook these little skewers, they are busy from the time they get here until the time that they leave. I don't know how they can do that. Now this guy, I did come back and give him a tip. It was too hard to try and get money out of my pocket and film at the same time, but I did give him a tip. And of course, you can always find all kinds of really cheap undergarments at one of these things. Usually you can get bras 3 for 100 baht. I don't think they last very long. Probably about as long as one of these 150 baht watches. These little, I'm not sure what they are. They're like a waffle cake or something with cheese and stuff. Look at the amount of wasps and hornets around those. How she's not getting stung 1,000 times is beyond me, but they are that sweet. And I'll tell you something, those are actually really, really good. And of course, you have more meat on a stick. So you can get about 10 skewers for $3. This freshly squeezed orange juice is just, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I usually pick up 6 bottles every time I come over here. I like it that much. I'm not fond of the other juices that they have, but the orange juice, it is perfect. It's on point. And again, of course, we have more meat on a stick, which, let's be honest, that looks amazing. And this red roasted chicken, oh, yeah. This I'm not sure. I think it's some type of curry dish. I'll be honest with you, I avoid this at all costs. The only time I've ever had food poisoning was directly related to green curry chicken. So I'm not a big fan of curries at all. These are quite popular. However, this chili sauce here, this is worth getting just to have that. Oh, that stuff will take your face off. It's that hot. And then of course you have your mango sticky rice. And this is a treat. One of the few really, really sweet things that I do eat. I love this. I'm a huge fan of coconut, and I've learned again how to appreciate mangoes. So I usually have this not once a week, but probably once every 2 weeks. I will get some mango sticky rice. And this spot here at the Katu Market, this is one of the best on the island. These are coconut shakes, and 30 baht is less than $1. That's an incredible deal.
How are you today? Good, how are you? Pop, pop. Pop, pop. Fish.
These are all kinds of different chicken carcasses, duck carcass, and it's just like deep fried bones with a little bit of skin on it. Very popular. I'm not really into it. I tend to like a little bit of meat on the bone. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I've tried it. It's not bad. Of course, tons of dried fish, cured fish, and stuff like this. You're gonna find this everywhere. I don't know, to be honest with you, if they eat it dry or if they rehydrate it and cook it. I'll be honest with you, I do not know. These little tiny pineapples, oh, they're like crack. I need to find out what these are because I have no idea what they are. They look like a mango, but I don't believe that they are. And I don't think that they're a papaya. And then, of course, you have your stewed pork leg. This is quite possibly my favorite thing in the world. I did pick one of these up to take home with me. And that right there is 40 baht, which is just barely over $1. I think the squid looks cool. I'm just not going to eat it. And these are stingrays. The sauce that these are cooked in, it is so spicy, but the flavors they'll blow your mind. Again, you'll notice that a lot of the prices are phenomenal here. That was 40 baht back there for mango sticky rice, which again is just barely $1 US. These are a take on a Vietnamese spring roll. As you can see, there's all kinds of different fillings to them, and they're only 10 baht each. They have like crab, fish, salmon, chicken. And this market, again, it just keeps going and going. It takes almost 20 minutes to walk all the way through it if you're stopping and looking at everything. Now this is all pork here. More waffles. I do like these waffles here. However, I like them right off the grill. I don't want them sitting there. I just want, as soon as she's done cooking them, I want them that way. I love them when they're really soft, really hot. So you will notice that there's very few tourists here. You don't see a lot of foreigners. Sushi is a massive hit here with the locals, with foreigners. Everybody seems to love sushi. I think it's really cool and colorful. I'm not going to eat raw fish. I don't like cooked fish. I'm not going to eat raw fish. Plus, the whole idea of it sitting out like that just kind of creeps me out. Stuff that's cooked like these chicken wings, I'm not too worried about this stuff. But anything that's raw, just sitting out like that, I don't know. I've probably had way too much of the chicken wings and stuff here. I'm going to try and start laying off of this stuff a little bit. This I will never get tired of. Chicken biryani is one of my favorite things in the world. And yes, I did pick up 2 packages of this to take home tonight. I don't know if I'm going to eat this first or my stewed pork leg, but this is just heaven. Again, the fried chicken carcasses, I don't get that, but they seem to be incredibly popular, especially at these local markets. Now this was 40 baht for a package of chicken biryani, which gave you just the most incredible tender chicken thigh, chicken leg. Again, tons of pork on a stick. This lady here, it's all pork. It's delicious. I'm not a fan of the sausages or hot dogs that they serve here in Thailand. I find most of them are a chicken sausage, and I do not like that. I just want good old-fashioned pig parts. When I'm having a dirty dog, I just want pig parts. I don't want chicken. And a lot of people will go, "Oh, have you ever seen how they make them?" Yes, I know how they make hot dogs, and I don't care. I still love them. This red chicken is just, oh, if you've never had it, you are missing out on one of life's greatest pleasures. Corn here, believe it or not, in Southeast Asia is almost treated like a snack. You'll see people get that instead of like a bag of potato chips or something. They'll sit there and eat that all the time. So there we go, guys. Listen, I really hope that you enjoyed this stroll through the Katu market with me. I'm going to head home. It's starting to rain, and I want to enjoy my chicken biryani before it gets too cold. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. If you get the chance to come here, you've got to come to this market in Katu. Honestly, as I've said throughout the video, I truly think that this is the most authentic local market that you're going to find. As you noticed, there were very few foreigners throughout the video. This place is one of those spots that you have to come, guys. Trust me, you're going to love it. And that was Getting to Know Phuket, one beer at a time with me, Thailand's tipsiest tour guide. Till next time, guys, keep the beers cold and keep them coming. Cheers.